What's up, y'all? This your boy Lucha Guy, and I'm back with the first Purge video review. Let me start off and say that this movie this is definitely by far the best horror movie this year. And this isn't just me. I mean, this isn't no for everybody. This is just me and the people I seen it with. We all thought that this movie was really good. I've been waiting a lot of years for The Strangers 2, and we finally got The Strangers 2 this year, Pray at Night, but Strangers was not nothing on this movie's level, as far as good characters, good storylines, good music even in this movie. Like, everything was good. Good heroes, it's everything good with this movie. A lot of people, was already, worried about, will this movie be good as other Purges? Definitely. I definitely think it was the best Purge even. Um, Let me start this off and say this is the fourth Purge, but the first Purge. This is showing off. This movie is just basically explaining how at first this Purge wasn't even nationwide. Purge at first, they didn't even call it a Purge. They just called it, the experiment. First, this all it was an experiment. And the people in Staten Island, because this is only in Staten Island. It wasn't even nationwide. It was only in Staten Island, New York. No other parts of New York. The people in the neighborhoods were like outside, they were like rioting and stuff in their neighborhoods. Not rioting, but still like having boycotts about they didn't want the purge, in their neighborhood or whatever. They didn't even know what it was, because people were just like, it's a purge. What's going on? I don't know. Let's just go outside and hit up a black party. Yeah, there was like a black party and stuff. There was just like this people didn't really know what to do. The main characters is her. She was in Superfly. They called her Nia. Her brother Isaiah. He was just the little knucklehead. He didn't really know. No, he just basically, I'm not gonna say he was a bad guy. He just did whatever he could to make money. And that was his problem. Just out to get money. Just chasing money. And he didn't really. He wasn't cut off for like almost nothing. And one thing I do want to get into real quick, the Purge was so odd in this movie because this was the first one the government was even offering people money. They will offer you a little bit of money to have a tracking device on you or put in contacts, and they will offer you even more money to go out in the streets and even let out your anger, and that means even kill. So at first people was like, well, you could kill. Nobody even knew what it was. People at first, it wasn't even that many people purging. It was just him, Isaiah, and this guy. I actually liked that this character they had called Skeletor. This guy he made this movie entertaining for me. And Skeletor at first was like a little troublemaker. And I'm gonna make this non-spoiler. I'm not gonna spoil nothing. I'm not gonna get into any deaths, not in this review. But I'm gonna have to drop the actual spoiler review later on. But this is not spoiler, so I'm not gonna spoil any deaths or nothing. But this guy Skeletor, like it was a Skeletor and him right here, Isaiah. There was only two out purging, and everybody else was either hiding out in churches or just at like black parties and stuff. And it's just crazy because the government in this movie had to like allow they had to like offer people money because nobody even knew what it was. Nobody even wanted to go and participate in it. And this guy right here was really amazing. He was like the pretty much the Frank Grillo of this movie. I never seen him before. If some of you guys know who this actor is right here, you guys can let me know down below. I never know what he played in, but he was a good character. A lot of people thought they were ripping off Black Panther. I'm like, you guys need to stop with Black Panther. Everything is a ripping off Black Panther. Everything isn't a threat to Black Panther. But he, like it's hard to say like as far as what they wanted people to judge him off of. Because yes, he was like the guy running the neighborhood with like his gang or his set of pushers, his drug dealers, but he definitely did not want the purge happening in his neighborhood. He didn't look happy at all about the fact that there was something called the experiment, aka the purge. He even told his drug dealers and his hitters or whatever, y'all not finna go out there and purge. We just gonna stop this crap from happening in our neighborhood. And a lot of people was thinking, I was like seeing comments and stuff. Some people think that this movie was like almost setting up a race war. Because I will address this now. There was the Klan in this movie. They had the KKK and other racist groups running around in the hood. Because at this point, nobody was purging. This isn't even just dropping a spoiler. This is the first purge. Nobody even knew what to do. So people were just in the house or People was out on the streets even having like sex. Yes, couples is out having sex on a car. Nobody even people's doing all kind of stuff. Some dudes trying to hit up an ATM. People would rather do anything instead of purge. So the government had to pay the KKK and other little groups to go out there and like to lower income neighborhoods and I guess terminate and basically kill the lower class people. And this guy saved the day. So he was at first a bad guy, not even a drug dealer. He was like a kingpin. He organized his own set of drug dealers. He organized his own gang, but he did come through and he helped rescue Nia and her brother, and then this lady and her daughter. They were just showing you wasn't safe anywhere in your apartment building, in a church. I mean, this movie did really good as far as storytelling. I mean, and I know I talked about this in my thoughts on a purge, but if a purge was real, would people be out to kill? But I guess this movie explained it. If people didn't even agree, let's say if nobody agreed to go out there and kill, so this movie answered my question. The government, I guess, would just send in the KKK. I don't know how they would organize the KKK, or just, I don't even know if it was really the KKK. It was just cops. I guess there was racist or some government officials that was racist. They sent out, I guess, other like groups of even like Marines or not. I don't even know if these people were Marines. They had on blue, but they were just sending out like people trained to kill to go out and kill lower class people. So that answered the question. A lot of people always say, would people even kill just because it's purge? Well, I guess the government would send people just to kill then. So that answered that question right there. But this movie was really good. This guy, I mean, at one point, I will say this. I'm going to keep this non-spoiler, but it was just one death that really irked me because they had so many people in this movie. There's so many people like, oh, I remember seeing this person in this movie. Oh, I remember seeing this guy in this movie. I remember this person off this TV show. I remember seeing this person in whatever. Those people, like a lot of familiar faces, maybe not big names. This is one thing, these Purge movies, they don't need like Dwayne Johnson. They don't need a Vin Diesel. They don't need a Liam Neeson. They don't need a Denzel, but they do have like people that you might have seen on a TV drama series or in some other movie. Like this guy, I remember seeing him in Den of Thieves that came out earlier in the year with Gerard Butler and 50 Cent and Ice Cube's son. This guy right here, he was in Den of Thieves. I remember some of the people they was familiar from somewhere, but it was just so much good stuff. The music was good. There was a lot of good rap songs. It was just this movie was good. A lot of people always say, man, ain't no purge gonna happen. What happened to these racist white people, rich racist white people go to the hood? What happens if they go to the ghetto with this shit? What if they try to kill people in the hood? The people in the hood gonna shoot back, and they did. But I mean, I'm gonna keep this non-spoiler, but you guys need to definitely go see this. I highly recommend you guys going to go see this movie. I will talk more about Purge in the future because one thing I do want to address, I heard that they're even thinking about a TV show. Maybe at first started off for like how they do Walking Dead, show us characters, give them intriguing storylines, get us behind them, and explain how wild the world is getting, how bad the economy is getting. That's gonna lead up to the Purge. This movie came on and he was just already like interviewing. They had to give you even an evaluation test. They had to ask you a bunch of questions even to even qualify to Purge. That's another thing I forgot to say in the beginning. You had to take a test and then they had to evaluate you. Was you even ready to even Purge? Like you had to even pass a test to do it. You can just go out and do it. And then the government will give you contacts, or they put something in your arm for you to I guess a tracking device, and that's how they will find some people later on, I assume. But this is a really good movie though. I mean, and the TV show, I might have to do a different video about that in the future, about what I think the TV show should be like, when the actual purge should happen on the show, and will I think the show would be successful. I think the show needs to come on AMC though, because Fox has no patience. Fox just been cleaning house. They got rid of all kind of shows. I think a show like The Purge, or I think would do better on AMC, because Walking Dead is already finna be going off. They're losing a lot of characters on both Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. So I think AMC needs a new fresh show. And I think that if they even put some of these characters on that show, it'll be a good show. But the movie ended really good. I'm trying to talk about it without giving out spoilers, but it didn't disappoint me in the end. It wasn't like a movie I was like, okay, that ending was really stupid. No, the ending made sense, and then it's what I think definitely the best horror movie of the year. Definitely, even for me, one of the best movies this year. There's been a lot of good movies. Like I said, this is one of the wrong years to be dropping some garbage movie. So I'll leave it at that. But this is definitely one of the best. Strangers 2, I liked that one far as horror, but I think Strangers would have been more successful if it came out around 2011 or 2012. This movie was really good. I mean, this if they would have even did this instead of that first, because this is the first Purge. We're not seeing the first Purge movie that came out in 2013 with Ethan Hawke. If that movie would have been like pushed back and this was the first Purge, I think Purge movies would be a lot more successful. Because a lot of people were looking down on this one because they thought the other ones were goofy or just some cliche thing that Hollywood is doing. They're running out of ideas. But I think this movie would have definitely saved the day and have people looking at Purge in a different light. But this is your boy Lucha Guy, and I'm out. Peace. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will do a actual spoiler Purge video soon. This is non-spoiler video. But good movie. Go see it. Peace.